This is Wesley Decker, and this is my part of the talk show about surface and depth listening. Here's my video.
Welcome. Thanks. We have so much to talk about.
Let's get to it.
Let's do this thing.
All right.
But first, I have to mention something. Last time you were on the show, we were talking, and you mentioned a character that you used to do. It was one of my favorite things, and that I'd seen on the show in a while. And if it's okay, I'd like to ask you to do it again. You do a character called the German who says nice things, and I really loved it.
Okay.
Do you mind if I just dip back in that pool for just a second?
No, sure. I'll do a couple of them. May I
This
say
is
it?
the German. Yes. The German who says nice things, all right?
Is this my camera?
Yes.
It was a pleasure babysitting Kevin! You are not getting older, you are getting better! I would like another dish of SpaghettiOs!
He's what a pleasant fellow.
See, it goes against common assumptions about Germany.
Yes, terrible common assumptions. Yeah.
And that's why it is inherently humorous.
Ah, very good. Thanks. Because I was confused. I didn't know why I was laughing.
Would you like to throw me a couple, and I will try to Germanize
let's see. I just went to the Caribbean, and the sky was a beautiful teal blue.
All right. I just went to the Caribbean, and the sky was a beautiful teal blue.
I like writing for that character. He's fun.
I will lose my voice after a while.
Now, what about any new characters kicking around in that mind of yours?
I've worked. I've been working on one. Mm-hmm. This is called the Joyless Laughing Guy.
Joyless laughing guy.
Yeah, I'll try to do it. I can do it sitting down.
Okay. I don't think they can say it's very nice. I don't think there's a vein.
Oh, they're popping out.
There's a series of veins on the side of your forehead that in HD were really popping out. People at home. Blood shooting. You know, I have to say, sometimes when a movie's about to come out, you see the poster here and there. I would say for the last 3 weeks, I can't go anywhere without seeing the poster for the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I have to say, it is probably my favorite movie poster of all time. I think it's a hilarious...
It's pretty scary.
It's really funny. We have the picture of this. This is that is... I can't remember. Every time I see that poster, I start laughing, and I can't remember any movie poster making me laugh consistently. It's very fun.
I would like to see you do the poster. I'd like to see you... I think you can replicate that.
You think I can do that? All right, let's see it. If you help me. All right, put it up there. Okay, I could be this guy.
So you look up. Okay, a little more eyebrow. Now you have to...
Can I do a little something of my own like that, or is that not helping?
No, I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know how that makes me feel, but I like it.
Are you attracted to me now?
Slightly.
The poster is everywhere. In Manhattan,
it's all over the
place. There are
posters facing
other posters. You can be boxed in by these posters.
I was in a convenience store. Can we say convenience store on the show?
No, not really.
Yeah.
A 24-hour store.
24-hour...
Yeah.
I was in a convenience store, and a kid came up to me and said, "Hey, you're the virgin." So I think I'm actually literally going to be a poster boy for virginity.
Yeah.
And President Bush has contacted me about being the representative, the President's Council on Virginity and Abstinence.
That'd be...
And I'm going to have a bomber jacket with the presidential seal. And I'm going to go around to schools and give speeches. And that's if the movie doesn't do well.
Yeah. You're just going to blanket the area?
And if it does do well, I won't ever do that joke again.
Yeah. You won't have to.
Exactly.
Now, who's seen the movie? Has your wife seen the movie?
She didn't see it until the premiere.
Mm-hmm. And how did that go? It must be weird to work on something for so long. Say it. You took off your shirt, and there's just,
What do you mean?
I mean it as a compliment because I am smooth like a child, but you,
I am Harry.
I'm like an aerodynamic, I'm a guy on a luge team. You is just, it's
I
crazy.
would be a bad loser.
Yes, you would.
I would be, yeah, I'm, if you look at that chart of like going from ape to man.
Yeah.
I'm about 4 down from man. I'm like, I'm the hunched over.
So, surface and depth listening is the amount of attention you give to the speaker that you're listening to. Surface listening involves the listener listening, but also being distracted and not interacting with the speaker. Depth listening involves making meaningful contact and emotional conversation with the speaker. In the video, Steve Carell performed surface listening at around 2 minutes and 25 seconds. The bit that he does while Conan is speaking infers that Carell is not listening. He slumps over and pretends that he has passed out from yelling too loud. This would distract him from listening to the speaker. Depth listening. Carell performs depth listening at the very beginning of the video. This is the beginning of the interview, and Carell makes direct eye contact for the entire time Conan introduces him. He's meaningful with how he is listening to the speaker, Conan. Verbal and nonverbal messages. This is the recognition of how consistent or inconsistent the speaker is. Carell makes a verbal message before he performs his impression of the German who says nice things. Conan mentions this impression, and Carell responds by saying yes. What Carell could have done is nodded his head, but he chose to use a verbal message and say yes. The focused on nonverbal messages. Carell makes a nonverbal message at 1 minute and 2 seconds when he raises his hand and shoulders. This gesture is most often received as, I don't know. In this context, Carell makes this gesture because he doesn't know if Conan liked the impression of the German who says nice things. Carell did not ask verbally if Conan liked the impression. He gestured. Content and relational messages. When Steve Carell is done with the German who says nice things impression at 1 minute and 40 seconds, he informs Conan, I will lose my voice after a little while. Carell had been doing this impression, and they had been talking about the topic of this impression for a little bit. The question that Carell asked is a part of the content of the impression. He tells Conan the content that he will lose his voice after doing that impression repetitively. Relational messages. This level of messaging is actually used by Conan at the very beginning of the interview. Conan welcomes Carell back and refers to the last time that his guest Carell had been on the show. This lets us know that this interview is not Conan's and Carell's first time meeting each other. They are not strangers. They are maybe friends, even in their relationship. Make note of statements that refer back to the speaker, Conan. Did refer back to himself. In the conversation where Conan and Carell are talking about bodily hair at 6 minutes and 50 seconds, Conan makes a statement about himself. Conan talks about the viewers of Carell's movie saw how very hairy Carell's chest was in the chest waxing scene. He contrasts Carell's chest with his own by saying, but I am smooth like a child. Conan says this referencing his skin. He could have not said anything about himself, but Conan decided to, despite the conversation revolving around his guest, Carell. Did not refer back to himself. When the two are reviewing the trailer poster of Carell's movie at 3 minutes, Carell suggests that Conan should try to recreate the pose of Carell's character. Conan did not ask if he could recreate the poster. This means that he did not refer back to himself. Conan was the speaker in this situation and did not make a note of himself in this part of the interview, even when he could have.